This is the Priestcast. I'm Father Adam Ahern. Father Michael Kuchar, how are you?
I am doing great, Father Ahern. I'm actually very well, thank you. I'm in a nice heated room.
Yeah, but you've had a long day. You did 12 hours of grace.
Super long day with 12 hours of confessions, which actually, for a non-Lent, non-Advent, was very busy for me today.
Okay.
But
when did you start?
I started at 9.
Okay.
And like today, it was the fourth graders' turn to go to confession. So I started with them, and then the adults kind of followed behind them. And then just normal parishioners. And then I had to stop at 10:30 because I had a funeral at 11. So you got through your entire fourth grade and adults in an hour? Well, a whole bunch of them anyway. I actually, and everybody knew ahead of time that I was going to be kind of tied up at that for the funeral. So, because we sent out the flock note and it was posted on the doors.
Yeah.
So really, people kind of actually was done by 10:15. I think people kind of got the idea that that's not a good time to go. But then I resumed after the burial at 1.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been a fun day, and
so about 10 hours of grace.
Yeah, it was. It was 9.5. Yeah. But it was fun. The woman that I buried today, she was one of 11, Father Ahern.
Oh wow!
And evidently, the family was telling me that somebody one time went up to her and said, "Well, you have quite a litter there, don't you?" And she said, "Well, that's nothing." This is the woman's mother, of course. This is nothing. The lady across from me has 23. Oh my gosh, Father Ahern, isn't that something?
That is something. That's hilarious.
We need big families. We need big families.
We do. Big families are good. What's a blessing about a big family is, like the kids can just be kids a little bit more because there's not like pressure on them to, do good in school because you only have one chance to make your kid a professional baseball player or one chance to get your kid into college. And we tie a lot of our hopes and dreams up in our kids, understandably, and like I'm not trying to criticize people for it, but when you only have one or two kids, that's a lot of pressure on them to be successful to fulfill your dreams.
To fulfill your dreams, exactly. And also, it's like if you're a little kid and all you have is adults around you,
right?
To your point, your other point earlier, it's like you can't really be a kid as much,
right?
Because that's all you have is adults, so you just kind of have to act like adults act.
Mm-hmm.
But this lady, that I buried today, her sister was a nun.
Oh, nice.
See. Yeah. And that's another blessing of big families. When you have a big one, that's why in the old days, every family basically had a priest and or a nun come out of it.
Right.
And so we had no vocation problem whatsoever because there was such a big pool.
Right. Oh yeah.
So, anyways, but it was a nice funeral, a nice everything, and I tell you, Father Ahern, these confessions, they're really powerful.
Oh, they are. It's a great thing.
Every single third Friday, you get a lot of really, really wild, not wild like in the sense of, oh my gosh, never heard that before, but just like the grace of God working in people, bringing them back. It's that prevenient grace, which is so beautiful.
Oh yeah, like when you have the person
that brings them to the font of grace.
When you have that person who kneels down and says, Father, it's been 20 years since my last confession, or I've never gone to confession since first communion or something like that, and it's just like, all right, let's go, let's
do it exactly.
First and foremost, this is awesome. Welcome back. Well, let's jump right in. What do you got to confess, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So,
it's a great reset button.
It's a lot of blessing. It's a lot of grace when you hear confessions like that. So,
how was your day, Father Ahern?
It was good. Mass in the morning with all of our school kids.
Did you reenact the story of the gospel like we did here?
I did not have anyone lowered down through the roof.
I did. Well, we didn't have the roof part, but we had a kid getting dragged along by 4 friends to Jesus. And the kid that was Jesus, his name is Rex.
Of course you did.
Isn't that cool?
That of course you
Which
did.
fit perfectly with the first reading about king, and how God was kind of disappointed that the people kept wanting a king.
Yeah.
When he's going, I am your king. Hello.
Right.
But anyways,
they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting me. That's a pretty profound line. So,
but my little reenactment kind of went off script when the 4 kids couldn't move the other
couldn't
kid.
pick up the other kid. Oh,
it was funny. Anyway, so you had a nice school mass.
Yeah, and then some homebound visits, some appointments, that type of stuff, and then I drove to Cincinnati and back to watch my nephew play in a basketball game that he won.
Good.
Or he was on the winning team, I should say. But he had good 15 points in the game and a few steals, and it was really he's a good basketball player. He's a freshman playing on the JV team, so it was pretty good.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's a really good athlete, really good basketball player, but he's an even better young man. Like
that's what sports are meant to do.
Like this young man is one of the kindest, like caring kids I've like respectful, obedient, kind, just like all of the virtues. This kid has them in spades, and it's so beautiful. I love it. So,
what a joy! Are you his godfather?
I am not, but I did baptize him.
Oh, wow!
So
you baptized him, and he's already in. Well, I guess that's about right, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, he's we've been priests for 10 years now.
Yeah, and for a year before that.
And he was a little bit older when I finally got around to baptizing him. So.
Oh, I see. Okay, Father Ahern, let us discuss a beautiful moment in the life of St. John Vianney.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I am. I'm very ready.
Hello?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, good. I can hear you.
Yeah,
so
good.
Here's the story, Father Ahern. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. One day, St. John Vianney, of course, he always dressed very simply and lived a life of great poverty. And there was this lady who was kind of a wealthy woman, and she came from quite a distance away, and she's coming up to the church, and she comes up to Vianney, not realizing that it's a priest, and she says, "Do you know where I could find the Curé of Ars? I've heard so many things about him." And she was speaking very proper-like and all this. Yes. And Father Vianney pointed to the rectory and said, "He's somewhere over there." Or no, I think he didn't lie. He said something like, "He lives right over there."
It's not a lie. He does live at the rectory. Yeah,
and search for him. And
that's funny.
But before she departed his company, she thanked him, thinking that he was the beggar, and she tried to put some coins into his hand since he looked so poor, but he denied. He didn't receive them. He said with a smile, he said, "You are very kind, madam, but it is the poor who owe me money. I have given them everything." Isn't that wild?
That is funny. Yes. Something very similar happened to me one time.
Really?
When I was deployed, I would travel around the Middle East a little bit, and this was when I was in Afghanistan. I was traveling around from firebase to firebase to celebrate Mass at the different places. And one of the places I stopped at was a Marine Corps air defense artillery. So a place where they shot rockets out to intercept missiles and stuff like that. And I was there sitting at one of the computers in the chapel, checking my email and getting situated before I celebrated Mass. And an older Marine who was a lieutenant colonel comes in and looks at me behind the desk and goes, "Where's the chaplain?" I'm like, how can I help you?" He's like, I heard there was a Catholic priest here. I'm looking for him. Where's he at? I'm like, "Well, that would be me." How can I help you? And he's just like, I'm sorry. I was looking for someone much older because they always just assume that the Catholic priest is an old guy. And so I talked with him a little bit, and he volunteered to be my lector for Mass that day. And this was not planned out. This is no joke. The readings were from 1 Timothy, where St. Paul tells Timothy, "Don't let them tell you are too young."
Oh, that's funny.
When it came time for the homily, I just I got up and I looked over at the colonel and go, "Don't let them tell you that you are too young, right, sir?"
That is kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I was thinking, this isn't that different from Jesus. Like, if we're a true alter Christus, maybe people will not recognize us. Because do you remember how Mary Magdalene thought that he was the gardener?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, wasn't it the two disciples on the road to Emmaus?
They didn't recognize him either.
And they're just like, I remember that every year, like after Easter, like in the octave of Easter, the readings, the Gospels are all about moments where people don't recognize that Jesus is right there with them.
Right.
And that's kind of exactly what happened here with Vianney. And maybe if we're living that life right, it'll happen more to us. I don't know.
Right. But
of course, we're wearing our black, clergy shirts and so forth. So
right, yeah, we have our clerical collars and stuff, but still, I mean, like, hopefully people do see the poor in us. Hopefully, because we've worked with the poor so much that we mirror them to a certain degree, right? I mean, like, that's part of what it is with Vianney is he had worked so much with them that he mirrored them, and it's there's a profound blessing in that.
Wasn't it true that, and this wasn't necessarily with the poor, but when Cardinal Tobin was assigned to New Jersey, they did an article, when he was made a cardinal, they did an article about it or something. And there were people that were at the gym that didn't even know that he was a bishop or something like that, or even a priest, and it's I don't know. It is kind of interesting.
Oh, and it's not about hiding who we are as priests.
Of course not.
But it's about not
just being so in communion with others,
but also not trading on the fact that we're priests, right? Like not walking around with a collar expecting people to give you things and expecting free stuff or expecting this or that, but being one with everyone else and being a part of that. So
yeah, and at the same time being the alter Christus among them.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Father Ahern, fantastioso. Tomorrow is Family Vocations Day, so keep that in your prayers.
I will.
It is at the Catholic Center and then the cathedral. So hopefully we have several religious orders coming.
Oh, nice.
So together with our college seminarians and so forth. So hopefully it'll be a good day.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Well, Father Ahern, God bless you. St. Genevieve.
Pray for us.